So pretty much a majority of the decks, we see that Zodiac is, oh my god, does not change. So guys, it's your favorite day, it's my favorite day, it's everybody's favorite day, except Garfield. It's Podcast Monday. Woo! So, not that much news, like 2.5 things per se, so that's the pretty much the main reason why it's not streamed. I'll probably finish this in like less than 30 minutes. I'm not sick anymore. That's pretty cool. So topics of this week. We're gonna talk about Pendulum Evolution. We're gonna do a meta breakdown, meta watch, post Fusion Influencers. But first, the judgment for Euro, Konami of Europe has been revealed. So judges in Europe will now get the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring game. Oh, sorry, playmat. Looks pretty cool. You get this for volunteering for events. This is like by locals. Mostly you do it from YCSs such as Prague, which is I believe is this weekend or the weekend after. Some other quick things to note from this: we now know the official name of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I forgot what the OCG name was. I think it's about the same. It's a really strong card coming in Maximum Crisis. We might go over it in a bit. Now super robotic, wow. So yeah, if you're a European judge, hit me up. Smat looks sick. So, kind of a bummer in terms of TCG side. Pendulum Evolution is the next special set. Let's read this quick. Magicians with the might of dragons! Sorcerers that defy the laws of nature! Witness the magnificent and mystifying results of Pendulum Summoning's final evolution! Following on from Maximum Crisis, Pendulum Evolution features powerful new Pendulum monsters that can either stand on their own or in service of that dreaded dragon, the Dominators of Dimensions! Supreme King Zark! So this each pack is a 5-card pack. It's gonna be a mix of ultras and supers, but as of now, we don't know the ratios. It could be 4 supers, 1 ultra, 2 ultras, 3 supers. We'll have to wait and see. This set will be released June 26, 2017. Pre-orders from here. Project YGL probably gonna have pre-orders as well. Be on the lookout on that. Quick notes. In OCG, this was actually a structure deck, so most of the cards, or if not all the cards in this set, were featured in the structure deck, also named Pendulum Evolution. Of course, this is the new Performer Pal cards needed, such as the upgraded Time Wizard, Time Space Wizard Magician. In terms of OCG, Pendulums aren't making really that much of an impact, just due to the fact that Zodiacs are still a thing there. True King Zodiacs also pretty strong. Pretty much all Zoo variants are pretty strong in OCG, and because of that, it's taken over other decks. Like, we don't see that many Pendulum decks in OCG. So yeah, it's a funny thing. It says Final Evolution of Pendulum something because Lynx is gonna be around the same time afterwards, maybe around August. So this might be the last time we see a major set for Pendulum in a while, because Lynx, as we know, changes the whole dynamic of the game. We're pretty much at the last part, but let's talk about the sponsor. And the sponsor, I mean the only person that sponsors this show still is Project YGL. You want cards, hit us up. We're on Facebook. That's where you get the special deals. On eBay, Project YGL. Amazon, Project YGL TCG. TCG Player, we're under Project YGL. So yeah, if you want deals, hit us on the Facebook page. See, I can actually... Project Yu-Gi-Oh! That's not Project Yu-Gi-Oh! CCS news, such as standings for YCS Seattle and more. Yeah, so let's go to the last topic. So a lot of technical difficulties. I just spent 15 minutes saying something on a screen that doesn't have the deck. So in terms of the meta, we see Zodiac pretty much topping everywhere. Quick notice, if the screen's flashing, I apologize. I spent the last 15 minutes trying to talk and it's not working. Then the last 10 minutes after trying to fix it. Whatever. So go through it quick. We see pure Zodiacs. This is from Tristan Bridges, winning the Washington OTS Championship. OTS Championship, of course, is a tier 2 event. Winning these or getting top 4 in this grants you a Nationals invite. So yeah, I also got this from Pro Play Games. Going through the deck quick, it's the standard Zodiac lineup with the exception we see 2 My Body as a Shield, 2 Chalice, Breakthrough Skill, Neo Sealing, Mirror Force. Torrential at this point is more of a staple in Zodiacs. Turn to the side, we see 2 Flying Seed, 2 Gamma Seal, 2 Alancia, 2 Twin Twister, sorry, 3 Twin Twister, 3 Imperial Iron Wall, 2 Anti-Skill, and 1 Mirror Force. Some quick things to note. Because it's the pure build as compared to the Kaiju build, we see more back row or more protection cards in general. Such as the inclusion of My Body, the 2 Chalice, the Neo Sealing, the Mirror Force, and the Breakthrough. And we also see the Dark Holes take place instead of the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Of course, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, it's pretty much Dark Hole, but it summons a Kaiju. A quick thing he notes though, he didn't really like the Instant Fusion. And he said that he would take out Nord and play Rhapsody. Rhapsody is a really good card in Zodiacs. It's mainly for the Metaphor Zodiac matchup, taking away like counters, combination, so they can't go off next turn and such. Or getting in the mirror match, you hit the Morat because they didn't recycle yet. Flying Sea, a really strong hand trap. He says he pretty much plays it after they activate Barrage, summons Morat, special summon Flying Sea, bam. They can't special. They're limited to. Their extra deck's gone. Long story short. There's really little out to it unless they run Vanity's Fiend. Tribute summon Vanity's Fiend. That's pretty cool. Then you lose to bottom. That didn't happen to me. Quick note though, he also didn't like Lancia, just due to the fact that in the Inferno matchup, it doesn't stop Fairy Tail Snow. Fairy Tail Snow can proc this effect during either player turn, so that's a big minus for it. Instead, we see the Imperial Iron Wall, it stops that. Mirror Force is for the mirror match, going second. They set up whatever your turn, you're going turn 2. You set the Mirror Force. Most times, they'll try to go for the OTK if they don't have the Twin Twister, and they'll run to Mirror Force, losing their board. We also see a lot of Kaiju builds going around. This particular one is from Marcelo Barbari. Oh, sorry if I mispronounced that. I got this from TCG Player. This is from a regional, Florence World Championship qualifier or a regional. Barbari, a really strong European player. His name's pretty much really famous. I'm just really bad pronouncing names. We see the Kaiju Dungeon. We see the 4 Kaijus. So it's a Star Destroyer, Thunder King, Dagura, and Gamma Seal, as well as the triple Interrupted Kaiju Slumber taking place at Dark Hole. We see here, because of the extra 7-card engine, he lacks extra cards for protection, such as not that many trap cards, and we don't see like Chalice or My Body. We also see the Stardust in the Starlight deck, extra deck, mainly for Starlight Road. Starlight Road, for people who doesn't know, when activate only when an effect is activated that would destroy 2 or more cards you control, negate that effect and destroy that card, then special when 1 star is dragon from your extra deck. This is our alternative to My Body as a Shield. It stops cards such as Instrument of Kaiju Slumber. One downside, it doesn't start, it stops single card destruction, such as Drancia, so they target Drancia, pop something, it's gonna go off. But upside is it stops Twin Twister. So if you have like 3 back row, Strike, D-Barrier, and Starlight Road, it try to Twin Twister you. You flip out Starlight Road, not only will it prevent the prevent the destruction, you get a Stardust which has 1 more effect negation. Granted that it won't come back because it wasn't properly synchro summoned, but that's up to 3 protection, 3-card protection. That's pretty good. DD Crow, we see this in the matchups such as the mirror match, hit the Morat, or pretty much Tiger Mortar targets or Daigusto Emerald targets. We also see this in the Metaphors matchups hitting the fusion, in folk matchups hitting the fusion. Double Dark Hole for more board wipes. Cosmic Cyclone for the Metaphor Invoked artifact matchups. Triple Change Experience for the mirror match. If you go first, you set this. Your opponent summons Morat. You flip this up. All their Morats are pretty much banished except the one in the field. And of course, warning of going first. So yeah, the big draw of this weekend was Invoked. There were several Invoked builds, but the main one was pretty much the Invoked Wind Witch. That's the wrong pun. Invoked Wind Witch was one of the more hyped decks due to the fact it make it indestructible Crystal Wing and such. So this particular one was from the Arizona OTS Championship. Ian Tez. I also got this from Pole Games. Going through the deck, we see the double Scythe, 1 Moral Tech, 2 Maxi, 1 Wind Witch Snowbell, 2 Ice Spell, 3 Glass Spell, 2 Ghost Ogre, 3 Alistair, 2 Invocations, triple Magical Meltdown, a Regeki, double Twin Twister, a triple Terraforming, triple Wonder Wand, triple Debier, triple Artifact Sanctum, 1 Vanities, 2 Call of Haunted, and 1 Mirror Force. To the side, extra, we see the Zenmayo, the Clear Wing, the Winter Bell, Stardust, Crystal Wing, Invoke Elysium, Invoke Mechaba, 2 of them, Invoked Magdalene, the Earth one, Invoked Purgatorio, Invoked Cytosis, Invoke Kaliga, and triple Invoke Raijin. The extra deck, we see the Kaiju engine, he opting to run the Moth one, Gadara, triple Interrupt Slumber, Dark Hole, 2 Book Eclipse, 2 Cyclones, a Mirror Force, and 2 Starlight Road. So the key thing about this deck is they can branch in 2 ways. By having pretty much just Ice Spell in hand, you can pretty much go off. When you have if you control no monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon 1 Wind Witch monster from your deck, but it can't be tributed. You can't special summon monsters from your extra at the turn you activate this effect, except level 5 or higher wind monsters. If this card is no more special summon, inflict 500 to your opponent's life points. You can only use each effect once per turn. So you special summon Ice Spell, uses the effect to special summon Glass Spell. Glass Spell is a level 4 tuner. It affects states if this card is no more a special summon. You can add 1 Wind Witch monster from your deck to your hand, except Glass Spell. Also, you can't special summon except wind monsters. So you would do this. You would make either the Winter Bell or the Crystal Wing, depending on the situation. Sorry, Clear Wing. Clear Wing, people usually do this when they got max speed. So you just end up with a 25. Sorry, Clear Wing. Clearing people will remember who the effect. Once returned during either player's turn, when another level 5 or higher monster activates the effect on the field, you can negate the activation and you do destroy it. Once returned during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated that target exactly 1 level 5 or higher monster on the field, you can negate the activation and you do destroy it. If you do that against attack points, I believe. Yeah, against the original attack points. So in the Zodiac matchup, if they max you, you can just stop on Clear Wing. They can't jade it your monster, pretty much. It's gonna negate it. So so going off, if you have to say Wind Bell instead, because you're gonna search off the Snow Bell from the Glass Spell, then you can if you control 2 or more wind monsters and no non-wind monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So basically, special first, special second, special third, sync with this, make the either or. Then you go for the Wind Witch, or Snow Bell, make the Crystal Wing. The key thing though is Snow Bell, when it's used for a wind synchro monster, that synchro monster can't be destroyed by opponent card effect. So it can't get Regeki, can't get Dark Hole. The only out pretty much is a Kaiju. Alternatively, you can go through the Invoke side. So Invoke the new archetype. Starting off with, actually let's start off with the Spill card, because it's one of the big enablers. So you Terraforming, you get Magical Meltdown, you play Magical Meltdown. The card states, when this card is activated, you can add 1 Alistair Invoke from your deck to your hand. The activation of cards and effects that include an effect that special summons a fusion monster cannot be negated. Also, your opponent's cards and effects cannot activate when a monster is fusion summoned this way. You can activate 1 Magical Meltdown once per turn. So they can't negate cards such as Invocation, they can't negate Shadal Fusion, and such. So use this to search the Alistair. You normal summon Alistair. So it's a level 4 dark, 1000 attack, 18 defense. The normal summon effect or flip face up effect is you can add 1 invocation from your deck to your hand. That's the fusion card. His other effect, during each player turn, you can send this card from the hand to the grave. Target 1 fusion monster you control. It gains 1000 attack and defense until the end of this turn. So in the sense, it's like Clute. You drop it on one of your fusions, it gains 1000. I'm pretty sure you can activate it during damage calc compared to Whiptail, because Whiptail has different wording. I believe Whiptail says during your player's turn, something like that. And the invocation, this is why people are running D Crows to stop it. Fusion summon one fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand as fusion material. If summoning an invoke monster, however, you can also banish monsters from either from your field or either player's graveyard as fusion material. This is one really big thing. So let's say again the Zodiac matchup, I can summon Alistair, activate invocation, banish your Morad in your grave and my Alistair. This special summon my Earth one. You just lost some material there. And if the Infernoid matchup, I banish Infernoid and get the Fire one. The Fire one is pretty much Tsukiyomi on steroids. Not Tsukiyomi, what's it called? Bujinte. Yeah, Bujinte Tsukiyomi. Then here's the kicker. You can target one of your banished Alistair, the Invoker. Shuffle this card back into the deck, and if you do, add that card to your hand. So essentially, this card will recycle itself because you're always using Alistair as material. Using it on the field, then when it's fusion, it's going to get banished. You have the hand trap ready, or the follow play ready. Of course, the artifact engine, the Scythe being the biggest card to stop extra decks. Moral Tech for the destruction. Call the Haunted, you want to hit the Scythe during your opponent's turn. That's why people run Twin Twister. You can discard your artifact engine to bring back the Scythe, stop them, or if you want, bring back Crystal Wing. That's a big threat. Wonder Wand, of course, equipped to either any of the Wind Witches or Alistair. A funny thing I heard about, like, he put it on the glass spell when value was up, so it was a 23 beat stick and the opponent couldn't do anything. Going through this extra quick Zen Mile, because they have level 5s, you can essentially get rid of 2 back row. Quivering, I mentioned. Winter Bell, you need 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner wind monsters. You could target 1 Wind Witch monster in the grave, inflict damage to your opponent's life point equal to the level times for 200. During either player's battle phase, you can target 1 Witch monster you control. Switch summon 1 monster from your hand with a level less or equal to that monster, but it can't attack this turn. You only use it to make Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing, I'm pretty sure people know what it does by now. Stardust, I mentioned in the last deck. Elysium, you need 1 Invoke monster, 1 monster that was special summoned from the extra deck. Must first be special summoned with above fusion material. While face up on this field, this card is a dark, earth, wind, water, wind, all the attributes. Once per turn during each player's turn, you can target 1 Invoke monster you control, and or in your grave. Banish it and destroy all your opponent's cards with the same attribute. So essentially, you can banish this card itself, clear the whole board. Zodiacs are all earth, they're gone. Infernoids, they're all fire, they're all gone. Makaba, you need the Invoke our Alistair and 1 light. Once per turn during each player's turn, when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, you can send a card of the send type. So if the monster effect, you send a monster, a spell card, spell, trap card, trap, to the grave and negate the activation, and you do banish that card. So it's Ultimate Providence, but I believe it's stronger because of that banishing part. So they try to activate Metal Fusion. You have the spell card. They just lost their win condition. Earth Dodge just did 3k beat stick. 33 butt. Fire one, this one gains 200 attack for each monster your opponent controls. And it can attack all your opponent's direct monsters once, and it also pierces. Water one can attack in defense mode. Also can't be destroyed by opponent card effect. Quick note, if it does attack in defense mode, you only apply the attack point. So in the defense, he's going to attack for 18. Instead of the 29 but he has. The dark one, if a player's monster effect attempts to activate, none of that player's monsters can activate their effects for the rest of this turn. All this card is face on the field. Quick note, if you do have this on the field, and if you do have a Max E and you drop Max E, that's the only monster effect you get as a player. Your opponent still gets their 1 monster effect. Hashtag learn the hard way. And then right in, it's the Book of Moon. So in terms of how strong this deck is, it can't break. Like you can draw like the artifacts and you're screwed. Essentially, cards you want to open is either the Ice Spell to go for the Crystal Wing play, or either Terraforming, Alistair, the Invoke, Alistair, or the Magical Meltdown. Those are the cards you want to open. Now, the key thing to note is it's pretty much dead after maximum price in my opinion. Sorry, in my opinion. What's it called? Just due to the fact of the Ash card. The effect says during your player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that includes an effect that adds a card from your main deck to your hand, special summon a monster from whatever. Long story short, you can discard negate. So Alistair effective search of fusions is dead, and that's the key thing for invoked. They need that initial fusion ready. Will they adapt? Who knows? We'll see. The last major deck I'm going to talk about is Infernoids. Infernoids, they can run whatever engine they want. This particular one that has invoked, we see Zodiac Infernoids. I'm pretty sure I saw a BA Infernoid earlier this morning. Going through a deck, we see Double Nanku, that's the Dark Hole monsters pretty much. Double Wadi, that's the Heavy Storm monster. Atondel, double attack. Samitas, the Banish. Senji is just there for the I'll explain later. Triple Petrulia, triple Harmordick, triple Decatron, 2 Fairy Tail Snow, triple Terratop, Talcon Tom. This particular one had the Invoke engine, so it had Alistair and 2 Maxi. Spells, we see 2 Instant Fusion, 1 for 1, triple The Grass Looks Greener, 1 Monster Gate, 1 Reasoning, triple Left Arm Offerings, 1 Void, triple Void Imagination, triple Void Vanishment, triple Terraforming, 2 Invocation, triple Magical Meltdown, 2 Twin Twister, triple Void Madness, and 2 D-Bears. Extra deck, we see 1 Tierra, double Makaba, 2 Purgatrio, the Fire one, 1 Raiden, Norden, Scarlight, Omega, Chambra Rider, Utopia Package, Castel, Giga Samurai, and Dante. Side deck, we see triple Ghost Ogre, 2 Dark Hole, 2 Cyclones, 2 Book of Eclipse, 2 Change of Experience, 2 Anti-Spell, and 2 Solemn Strike. Pretty much, if you have the left hand offering, you're pretty much set. If you have 2 or more cards in your hand, banish to your entire hand, add 1 spell card from your deck to your hand. You can set spell or trap during the turn you activate. Doesn't matter, you're going to activate Grass Looks Greener. That's pretty much roughly 15 cards, I think, going to your deck to the grave. That's a lot of food. We also have cards such as Void Imagination. Pretty much when your opponent has an extra deck monster, you play this, you can send up to 6 and 4 monsters to special summon Tierra. Void Vanishment, it's pretty much the fastest way to search for Imagination. Madness, send 1 Void Trail spell trap from your hand or face it on your field to the grave. Special summon 3 4 monsters from your deck whose level is pretty much 8. So you see the double Decatron and Senjin, or other weird combinations of 8. Pretty much all this food is for Fairy Tail Snow. Banish 7 cards from your hand, field, and or grave. Special summon it at the Book of Move when it's summoned. Interrupts a lot of plays. That's pretty much it. Monster Cave, of course. Get all the food. Terratop's only there because for Dante is a mill. Another way to enabler engine. One of the more sackier decks, because you have to mill really well. If you don't mill the big ones, it's a waste, because the big ones are only ones that get special summon from the grave. Also, if you mill like all the other engine cards you need, that's gonna suck. But it's a bit more controlled because you can at least you don't have to necessarily just use grass. You can just go for the imagination play or such. Forgot I mentioned this is from Nicholas Spicer, OTS from North Carolina. I got this from House of Chance to them. So yeah, that's it for this week. I gotta add a really bad technical difficulty. Technology is no longer my friend. In terms of I'm gonna stream again, to be honest, I'm not sure. News has been lackluster of late, and solo streaming by myself, I'm starting to lose my sanity. I think people have seen it. So we'll see. I'll see you guys.